Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for the second video. And in this one, I'm going to show you how to get your warp threads set up so that you can begin weaving. So I have my embroidery hoop, and my scissors, and my cording that I'm going to use. So the first thing you want to do is separate the embroidery hoop and just set aside that outer ring for now. And we're going to take our thread and we're going to do a double knot at the very top. So you want to position this knot towards the back of the loom. These have, the embroidery hoops have a flat back and a flat top. And so you want to just position it right there at the back. So I'm just doing a simple double knot. Nothing fancy. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, first I'm going to tell you what we're going to do and then I'll show you. So I'm going to be taking this and bringing it in through the hoop and down to the other side. And as I'm doing that, I'm creating a figure 8 and moving clockwise. So now I'll show you. So we're going to bring it. Right now, the thread is outside and at the top of the hoop. I'm lifting up the hoop and I'm bringing it inside the hoop and through and to the opposite side. So if this was a clock, we're at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to wrap it around the outside edge and bring the spool back into the center of the hoop and up to the top. And it's on the outside. And we're bringing it to the right of our first thread. So again, if this was a clock, we'd be at the 1 o'clock. And wrapping it around the back of the hoop and bringing it inside the hoop and across the threads to the opposite side. And again, if it was a clock, this would be at the 7 o'clock position. So wrapping it around the hoop, going back inside and up to the top. Wrapping it around, bringing it back inside, crossing it over, and we're just going to continue going all the way around until we come up to our thread that we began with. The important thing is you want an odd number of threads. All right, and so now we have this, the only spoke that doesn't have a double amount of threads is this one that we started with. So we need to create the other spoke. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to show you how to clean up the center of this. So we're going to bring the thread through the opposite side of the thread where we started. So here's where we started. This is the thread with the tail. And I'm going to bring my spool of yarn in through the hoop, either on this side of the thread or this side of the thread. It doesn't really matter, but I have a little more room on this side, so I'm going to go through here. So I'm bringing that through, and I'm going to pull it down tight. And as you can see, that tightened, see how that tightened the center and made it nice and clear, more clear of where our spokes are. So, and then I'm going to bring it through again, through the hoop on the opposite side of where the thread, this is the thread where we started. So I'm going to the opposite one and bringing that thread through either side. And bringing it up and pulling tight and meeting up at the 12 o'clock, and I'm going to bring it through one more time and just wrap it around the frame. Then I can cut it and tie it to the tail. Again, just a simple double knot. And now we are ready to weave. We can also just go back in and check the spacing of the spokes and move them around. Once you have them positioned where you want, you can take your outer hoop, put the outer hoop on here. Oh, yeah, this is pretty. Yeah, there we go. And screw the hoop nice and tight, and it will hold all these threads in place as you weave, which is perfect. It's exactly what you want. And there you have it. So if you have any questions, please post those for me. I hope that this is something that you're inspired to do and that this was helpful. I can't wait to see what you create. Please join me in the next video where we begin our weaving.